Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
Welcome to the Drop the Puck Highlight Show, where we aim to bring you the best from all around the NIHL N1. 8 games were played this weekend, which saw the Hawks take on the Stars, the Jets and the Dragons go head-to-head, Sims against the Barons, and the Warriors hosted the Widnes Wild on the Saturday. Then on the Sunday, Deeside hosted the Whitley Warriors, the Nottingham Lions took on the Sheffield Scimitars in that basement battle, the Solihull Barons saw the Stars come to town, and the Widnes Wild and the Blackburn Hawks faced off in that Northwest derby. It's up to the Hull Ice Arena for our first game tonight as the new boys to the Morley, the Hull Jets, took on the Deeside Dragons. Dragons came into this game in the unusual spot of bottom of the table and were desperately looking to get some points out of this one, whereas the Jets were looking to establish themselves in that top 4 position pre-Christmas. Footage for this one is brought to you by Hull Jets TV. Our second game tonight is that Northwest derby where the Widnes Wild welcomed the Blackburn Hawks to Planet Ice Widnes. These games in the past have certainly led to heated affairs, but with the rebuilt Blackburn Hawks, were they looking to upset tradition and take the W away from the Wild side? This one's brought to you by Drop the Puck with commentary from myself and Gary Lee.
Well, the anthems are out the way, it's time to play, and it's derby day, Gary.
And we do love a derby.
Well, you can say that again. And I tell you what a game this is going to be. I look around now, it's not surprising. In fact, I'm just having a quick look there. I may be wrong. It may be Oliver Thompson that's actually starting between the pipes.
Well, that's an interesting call.
Yeah, Ben Keddy is right next to him there. And we see it. Keddy, the netminder that has stood so strong so far for the Blackburn Hawks. So that's a change late in the game. We go up the other way and we can see there the one and only Harrison Walker. Walker, no strange to this ice. He's played here before. He's worn the Wild shirt and he can put on a game. He's going to be backed up by Jake Lowndes tonight.
It'll be interesting to see how much rubber he faces, because we know what Aaron Davis can be like.
Yeah, Davis, Shudra, Lutwich. Well, we go down to the team that's always on the W side, and that is Team Stripes.
Hey, go Stripes!
So Sam Anderson takes the armbands tonight. We've got Collars and Wheeler as the line judges. Let's just hope they have a good game. And this looks interesting, Gary. No, surprisingly, the Hawks look to start with a bedded-in line, and that is the line of Davis, Lutwich and Mayo. And Riddick as well. Riddick's out there for them. Do not expect the Hawks to take this lightly. They want the points. They want to prove a point.
No, and also the other thing I would say, Ben, is it'd be interesting to see how long it takes for these two teams to feel each other out. Somebody's going to have to try and get on that scoreboard quick and try and establish a lead of some sort.
So it looks like it's top line against second line as Britton, Gilbert. Is that Hughes on the far side? Barlow, in fact. Oh, come on. And away we go, and it's the Hawks who take possession immediately. It was Hughes, in fact, so Hughes goes to work on Riddick on the far boards, looking to dig it out. Blackburn holding the puck up early, trying to bide the time. Do so and break out with the puck. Pass play through the middle to Lutwich. Jacob Lutwich, dangerous, puts it in early, backhand save off the leg pads of Walker. And it's Blackburn who strike first. Again, turned around with pace. Riddick sends it in. It's going to be Harper who picks that one up. Looks to go around the back of his net, but it's a good interception by Riddick as the two tangle up. Britton comes in for support. Lutwich is there as well. Played out to Gilbert on the half boards. Gilbert looking to bring out the zone. Turn back in. Shot on from Mayo, and it's blocked up and away. And with 50 seconds gone in this first period, that's 50 intense seconds.
Well, I must say Blackburn have brought a good contingent of fans with them, so they're going to get a lot of support off the ice.
Royds lines up, take the face off, and it's knocked out the zone and chased down by Damani James. James icing his first game after suspension against his former club. How much is that going to pay? It's through Barnes, shoots and pays! Adam Barnes opens the scoring. Well, Gary, what a play that was.
Yeah, nice little pass through to him. He took advantage of it and slotted it away past Harrison Walker.
Yeah, great long stretch pass. Barnes is through. Well, yeah, he goes and bags that one. And with that, it's Widnes Wild 0, Blackburn Hawks 1.
Well, it's what you want, an early goal.
But an early goal is exactly what it is, and I think that's caught everyone off guard, if I'm honest, Gary.
Well, the Wild know they've got a game on their hands.
As Williamson, fans on the clearance, picked up by Barnes again, looks to play it inside. Yurnix ridden into the board hard by Coulter. Look to play it around near side boards. Again, Widnes desperate to clear it out and finally do so with James. James throws the check back on Barnes. Puck played deep into the Wild defensive zone. Barnes, again, can't quite get his stick under it. Managed to get a backhand on it.
Wow.
Comes off the back of James. Jumps on it, does Walker, and there's a little bit of handbags in the crease after. Coulter's certainly in there making sure people know he's there.
Yeah, it's...
We'll see the replay again. And you see the handbags there. There's certainly some tension and love lost. Could this be how it's going to set up for the game? Face off, left hand side of Walker's net. 18-12 remains in this period. Hawks win the draw. Look to start throwing that round. Early shot in from the point through traffic, and Walker doesn't have to worry about it too much as it sails over. Now again, Widnes go back to work trying to clear out, but it's Thacker who sends it in. Jackson, tough battle in the corner, can't clear it. Thacker comes in, whips it from him, sends it round the back where it's going to be picked up by Watson. Watson held up in the corner. The battle ensues with Riddick. And now, here come the Wild, break out the zone finally. Gilbert lays it off. Hughes takes the shot, sails wide. The net of the Hawks. As Thompson doesn't have to worry too much about that. Jackson sent it back, Warner picks it up. Gilbert couldn't reel it in. Beautiful D2D play by the Hawks. Knocked on quickly by Crawley. Crawley, takes one from Harper. Arm stays down. Harper just loves to impose himself on the opposition. Lovely little move by Coulter, gives himself some space. Barlow's in support. Drops it for Harper. Harper, James Barlow out there at the moment with Coulter leading. Looks like Owen Ray's managed to get on as well now. Harper into the corner, tries to send it round. Barlow does well to keep it in under the pressure a little, which takes the shot through traffic. Thompson watches it sail wide of his net once more, and here come the Hawks. It's Davis. Davis slams the brakes on, takes the body for his trouble. Lutwich picks that up, keeps it going, play still alive. Mayo jumps on that, sends it forward, it's turned back around once more. Damani James. James crosses the blue, tries to drag move round Cross, and Matt Cross, one of those other players you've got to keep an eye on Blackburn. Looking down at my sheet, I've got him down. 2 assists last night. Came out of the woodwork, and that seems to be his game. He's just one of those dark horses, Gary. Sits back and makes sure that his team are doing the job.
Well, it's important that everybody plays together as a team, not as individuals, and Blackburn seem to have had that chemistry work.
Out front, good effort. Walker palms that one down, and what a shot that was.
As I was saying, Ben, Blackburn certainly seem to have a chemistry. They all seem to be working with each other.
Yeah, I think it looked like it was Adam Barnes. Sorry, James Wright it was with the shot. Apologies, the 8s and the 6 on the shirt look a little bit similar.
But at least you're not having any colour clashes tonight.
I know, yeah. Beautiful shirt, I must say. And for those haven't quite worked out yet, the Wild in the gold and black, shooting left to right. Hawks in the black with yellow and red trim, shooting right to left. Shot in, late vision by Walker there, but he does enough to get a leg pad on it, kick it away. Barnes throws the rebound in, and this is where Blackburn are dangerous. They'll sweep up that garbage and make sure it goes in the back of the net. Yeah. They've recovered the puck once more, cycle it round, try to get it to Warnock on the point. And look at that, straight away, Royds is back to recover that puck. Their puck retention and protection is second to none right now. Wild looking for those mistakes. But Barnes, who capitalises on that one, jumps through, loses the puck out, takes the body, Royds just puts it on. Very much to the enjoyment of the Hawks fans, and what a travelling contingent they brought with them as well, we must say.
Yeah. Plenty of fans in tonight. It's quite a full house.
Into the corner, the battle goes. And this is where the dirty hockey is, Gary. The grind hockey. Puck comes out, shot in from Thacker, kicked away by Walker up and out over the net. I'll tell you what, Harrison Walker has not got the option to even think about his water bottle or what he may be having for his after-game meal, because he's got to put all his attention right now on this. He's not got a split second spare.
Well, I think he's hoping his defence will start clicking.
Well, I told you the Widnes defence would have to step up a little bit tonight. Puck just manages to stay in the rink there. Mayo, and that was Armstrong tie up in the middle, and that's going to be given. So that's a hooking call. And the first call goes against the Blackburn Hawks. Little bit of a soft call, I must say there. Sam Anderson calls it, but Ethan Mayo goes to box. And for the 14:44 on the clock remaining in the first period, the Wild get the first power play of the night.
Well, Widnes Wild need to settle down a little bit, start getting into this game before it gets a little bit away
And there's misconduct as well.
Oh dear.
Well, Ethan Mayo's just been given a misconduct penalty for carrying on at Sam Anderson after he'd been put in the box.
And you know the rule, you don't argue with the referee.
Britain loses out in the draw, however, and the first thing the Hawks do is just send that puck right down, so Walker forced to come and pick it up. Barlow. Oh, it's a slashing call, not a hooking call, apologies. Widnes now looking to slowly bring it out at pace with Barlow. Beautiful pass over to the left wing where Coulter is, wide open. Coulter, drop pass. Plays it in for Donaldson. And number 8, Gregor Donaldson, the young lad from the Solway Sharks, again, one of the trio that have made the trip down.
Nice defensive play by the Hawks there.
Walker plays it off, looking for that stretch pass up to Britton. Britton unable to reel it in. Hawks look to turn it around again. Barlow saves it on the blue. James tries to knock it on, recovers it, gets around his man in the form of cross. Thacker chases him behind the boards. And the net, Coulter, far side. Sends it to James behind the net. James backhands it to Harper. Harper looks inside.
Oh.
No, Widnes sticks there. 3 black shirts to the Hawks, and they smother that one out and throw it away. 39 seconds remains on a power play. Good forward check pressure from Thacker. Forces Barlow behind the net. Looks to set up a play. Here comes Gilbert. Gilbert looks up ice. Passes it out to the right wing to Harper, but it's got too much sauce on it, and Cross is going to get that one. He sends it around for Uranix. Uranix under pressure from Murray on the far side. Beautiful little hip check there from Harper. Rides his man up against the board, but the Hawks doing exactly... Oh, that's come off the light. And that's going to stop play. Oh, and there's a misconduct penalty coming on Warnock. Well, Sam Warnock has obviously said something there that Mr. Anderson does not like. And that's a misconduct penalty. Oh, and there's something going on between Harper and Uranix. So David Uranix goes to block. I thought it was Sam Warnock at first. It's not, it's David Uranix.
Well, they can't afford to have him off the ice.
Oh, hang on, we'll see what's going on exactly. Uranix has been sent to the bench. Mr. Collars goes over. Mr. Anderson is discussing with the timekeeper's bench. Well, Mr. Anderson's trying to impose himself early on this game, Gary. It's clear he's not messing for anything.
And it's, at the end of the day...
And it is Sam Warnock that comes over, so I was right.
Oh, you called it right, Ben. Maybe you should be wearing stripes.
If only I could skate. Yeah, I wouldn't be wearing black and white, put it that way.
And cue the music as well.
If I had any sense of balance, I'd have been playing rec years ago.
If only I could.
Yeah. If it wasn't for these pesky kids.
Yeah.
So, 2-minute power play goes on the board on the Blackburn Hawks side. And it's going to put 5-on-3
Fellow's
in favour,
favourite.
yeah, of the Widnes Wild. They've surely got to bag a comeback goal in this now. You'd expect it to, as Coulter picks it up at the point. Plays it out to Barlow on the blue, gets it back to Coulter at the point. Barlow looks to take the shot down and throw to Thompson. He'll take them all day. Not much traffic in front of net there to really screen him.
No, and getting directions there. Hawks defence, making sure that they try and ride out this penalty kill.
Face off, won by the Wild. Goes back to Coulter at the point again. Over to Barlow. Barlow to Coulter. Coulter plays it off the half board. Looks like he's going to send it up. No, sends it back to Barlow. Hawks defence come out, swinging the sticks, just trying to disrupt him. Coulter. Barlow again. They're certainly setting something up. Watching Britton peel off. Barlow takes a shot, goes to go top shelf. Thomason tracks it with the glove as he sails over the bar.
He's looking for that slot, isn't he?
Barlow to Coulter. Coulter. There's time slipping away. Barlow. Lovely little play to Coulter. 2 men in the crease as they rotate through. Gilbert now.
He's feeding it back out. Oh, don't let it go.
Barlow manages to keep the play alive. Widnes cycling this puck well. Gilbert to Barlow.
Well,
Hughes lines up. Shot in from Barlow again. Takes it into the shoulder, Thomason.
Well, there's less than a minute on this penalty kill now. Hawks doing well, surviving this. Wild have certainly got to get something from me.
They need to get bodies in front of Thomason and take his vision away, Gary. That's the problem right now. Every time Barlow's shooting, he's got that wide open lane and vision.
Wild with the drop.
Oh, and they get out the zone. So Hawks looking, will they go for a change? Streetley Davis, look, which is the defensive unit out there. Picked up by Barlow, drives forward, sends. Look, Streetley onto his backside. And that's what you get when you get a power forward. That's exactly what they do. Drop the shoulder, charge to the net. Matt Barlow, the prime example of that power forward role. And here we go again, picks it up. Over to Coulter. Coulter, what will he do? Davis comes out to meet him. Quick play off to Barlow again. Between Barlow and Coulter as they quarterback this. Get it all the way out to Harper. Harper's got to think quick. Davis on him.
12 seconds on one penalty, 3 on another.
Yeah, this time slipping away. Cleared down. There's the first one out. Warnock's out. And that is a wasted opportunity. The Wild be kicking themselves. Wholesale change all round as Mayo leaves the box.
Well,
and
excellent.
it's a double kill.
Yeah, excellent penalty kill by the Hawks there.
And if that doesn't set the tone, I don't know what does.
Well, Wild have got to get into this game.
Urnix loses out.
Being
Is that Davidson? Out. It was.
Yeah, he got muscled down on that.
But here comes Cross. Drives forward. Harper manages to dispossess him.
Oh,
Harper stretches out. Royd, good little check in from Davidson there. And here come the Wild. He's wearing the Meehan shirt, but please don't be deceived. It is Grigor Donaldson. Back the other way, however. James Royds shakes the shots off the leg pad to Walker, spilt out. The Wild defence didn't see that till it was too late. As we go inside
come on again.
First half of the first period, 9:50 and ticking on the clock. Wheeled round, Royds takes a shot off the shoulder of Walker, up and out of play, and the Hawks show their teeth and talons. They are coming for the Wild.
Yeah, they did not let up. The minute they come back from that penalty kill, straight on the attack. And the Wild on the back foot here a little bit.
Do you know what, Gary? If I was Dom Osmond or Ollie Lomax, I would be bouncing right now, because right now you've got the Widnes Wild dancing to your beat in their barn.
Well, I must point out though, Ben, they're only 1 goal up at the moment, so...
Exactly, and there is a fragile lead, but it's the pace they're putting on early here in this first period.
It's the Hawks that are dominant. The Wild have certainly got to try and get into this game before they lose grip of it.
But you can never write the Wild off, and they have got the ability and skill to do it as they go into the corner. Jackson chases down the Hawks player. I can't quite see who it is. It was Riddick, sorry. Wheels round and then tries to shut off Walker's vision, and here come the Wild on that break. Right. Good little stick away by the defensive man there for the Hawks. Put it straight back into play. I believe that was Charles Phillips. And Coulter. It's Davis. Aaron Davis What a shot, but Walker's right down the throat. He spilt it up. Second shot, body on by Coulter, onto Riddick. Jackson shovels it away. Out of play. Is that going to be a delay in the game call? It is. Jackson's head in the box, and the Wild are caught at 6s and 7s, Gary. What are the Hawks doing here?
Well, they've definitely got under their skin. They've not had time to settle at all, put anything constructed together, even when they had that opportunity 5-on-3. They've got nothing to show for it, and already, as you've said, we're well over halfway through this first period. Blackburn Hawks still 1 goal ahead.
Face off right-hand side of Walker. Jackson slams his stick in the Wicks penalty box. He's not happy. You can tell that they're under pressure early as they try and clear the puck out again. That's huge, but good rotation and retention from the Blackburn Hawks. Uranix gets it over, shot on. Barnes at the point, release that one. And they do manage to clear it out courtesy of Gilbert. What a game we've got here. Mayo picks it up, takes it over the blue, looks to cut inside, does so, Tatum's one on. Walker gets his leg to it last minute, it's behind Walker. That was a dangerous move between Walker and Ruddick, but somehow the Wild live to fight another day as Mayo, back behind his own net, behind Thomason, looks to set a play up. They find Uranix on the other side. Uranix breaks the blue. Barnes in support. Gets it to Barnes at the blue. Shot in. Barnes into the gloves to build up and out.
Oh,
and there it is.
A little chip shot there.
Well, let's see that again. They drive into there. You see it crosses the blue, drops it back. Quick pass to Barnes on the blue. Lets it rip. It's in the glove and out and then put back in. And just like that, it's now Widnes Wild 0, Blackburn Hawks 2. As we get back underway, and it's David Uranix that gets accredited with the goal. Royds on the first assist. Wild need to do something to get into this game as Coulter and Davis get into it in the open ice off the play.
Oh!
Out front again! Cross! Swiping away.
What is going on here?
The Wild.
They're at 6s and 7s, Ben.
Yeah, they can't settle down. They just... Whatever Blackburn have done, they've completely upset the rhythm. Coulter's going to need to do something, get hold of his men.
What they can't afford to do is let the game get away from them with the scores.
And the physicality now I'm seeing starting to step up.
Davis in the corner, sends a puck back out.
Yeah, knocked back in by Warnock to Watson, Watson to Thacker.
Whoa.
Thacker takes a body on from Coulter.
Little nudge.
And there is plenty of checks being finished and handbags around off the play. Another hit finished as Gilbert drops the puck. Barlow shoots, it's off Thomason. Gilbert reels in the rebound but couldn't control it. Sends it into the corner instead. And possibly the best opportunity the Wild have had this period goes awry. Right-hand side of Walker's net. Taken by the Wild as they look to ring that one round. Kept in by the Hawks. Williamson, great stretch pass to Britton. Britton's got Gilbert in support, gets round his man. Britton fans on the pass, goes all the way round. Warnock drives his man into the boards, supported by Lutwich. In comes Hughes. The 220s.
A lot of hugging going on
trying
over
to
there.
help the team. Britton and Warnock not wanting to give an inch. Looking to blow the play dead.
Yeah.
Anderson can still see it.
No,
Come out with Lutwich, Hawks get it. Here comes Jacob. Opens the throttle. 3 defensive men as Gilbert now sitting deep in that middle. Right the way through. And Riddick is on the back post. Well, let's see that again. What an opportunity it was. They played it well. He drove into that near side, back doors, and James Riddick is wide open there as Walker's already committed. And just like that, Gary, it's Widnes Wild 0, Blackburn Hawks 3.
It's 12:03 remaining in this second period.
Will Harper is the epitome of your two-way forward, where he's more of a two-way defensive man. He loves to aggravate people, get under their skin, And then when they switch off, or they want to get Adji, that's when he turns on the burners and the skill and drives at the net. Back underway with the Hawks now, passing around their zone. Do clear it out in front of the Wild bench. Gilbert tries to poke check. Thacker now in neutral ice. Gains the blue. Held up by Harper. And the Wild throw that away. Is that going to be an icing call? No. Hughes tried to take it off the tee box. Came off the boards out in front of the Wild bench again. Streetley. Oh, as the finish off the power play now. 2-1. Jackson joins back out. Straight onto the play. Williamson takes his time. Plays it to Jackson. Jackson, good tie up with Cross. Cross, another one of those players this season that the Hawks have undoubtedly looked to without realising it. And I think he's really grown into his own this season, Matthew Cross.
Chase on for this one.
Yeah, Ruddock gets there first though. Wild looking to turn this round at pace. Managed to find a man in the middle with Barlow. Barlow's got support. Shot comes in into the throat of Thomason and Coulter in the crease. And there's handbags. Thacker and Coulter exchanging words. Streetley circling around in the background. If we know a player that is not afraid to drop him, it's Bobby Streetley. He loves a bit of it.
Yeah, I think this is waiting to go off, you know, Ben.
It is. It's a pressure builder right now. But I tell you what, the Wild are looking completely different, and they're looking good to hold the Hawks in this period so far as we approach 10:44 remaining in this second period.
Well, they can keep this up. They've still got a chance, but
Hawks looking to clear the zone and do so. Wild defence starting at the blue, managed to swing it back round. Lutwich clears it again, put straight back in by Ray. Wild to turn the puck round with Barlow. Barlow's got Ray in support. Takes a shot alone. Ray couldn't get a stick down in time for the rebound. And here come the Hawks, they're swarming forward. Harper does well, drives his man Lutwich to the board. Coulter gets in there. Watson's managed to reel it in though. It's given up to Hopkins, back the other way. Watson and Harper, the two 11s in the corner.
whoa, one's down.
Harper again. Lovely little bank pass to Barlow, but Phillips is there to jump on it instead. Charles Phillips throws it forward into the corner. Goes for the change, allows Harper to ring that round to Hopkins. Hopkins looks up as Barlow at the point. Back to defence, and they're just trying to create a bit of space. Oh, they're giving it up. There's Barnes taken off the puck by Barlow. Matt Barlow doing it all. Coulter on the wing. Coulter drives into the corner. Mayo does well to dispossess him. Jackson with the shot. And the Wild come alive late in this period. Thacker for the Hawks. Can't clear the zone. Again, Jackson trying to get out to James in front. Puck has been cleared out of play.
Well, it's a bit of a change in the form here so far. The Wild, they're starting to show something. Firing those shots up towards the Hawks' goal. People actually getting on the end of them. Can it make it pay?
Well, Thomason's looking amazing at the moment. He's managed to get his full body behind everything as Royds and Britton for the draw. Royds behind his own net, looking to clear it out, traced by James. Britton is going to allow that to go for the icing, and we're going back up to the Hawk zone. 9:03 remains in this second period.
With the score currently standing at Widnes Wild 0, Blackburn Hawks 3. Where'd they get the 1 from?
Well, wishful thinking maybe, Gary.
But
we would like to just apologise to our viewers. We hope the technical issue has been sorted.
But as I was about to say, Ben, no score in this period so far.
There isn't, you're right, but it's still either way it could go. This is a close game. The Hawks are...
we said that at the start, though, didn't we?
Do you know, we saw it last season. We saw it with Soloway, we saw it with Whitley, and we saw it with Billingham. Widnes are guilty of playing to the level of their opponent.
Yeah.
And the Hawks have forced them to bring their game up in this period.
Oh, good shot.
And now we're seeing a true contention battle. As James tries to reel that one in. Hawks do well to clear it away with Davis again.
I have been impressed with the Hawks, though, Ben. They've shown their real grit tonight.
But the Wild, though, Gary, to get back into this as they have.
Oh!
Give it up!
Oh, my goodness!
I spoke too soon on a platter for Lutwich.
And I don't even think our camera caught that in time. But he picks it up as a wayward pass comes towards him. And he slots it finally past Harrison Walker. And it's now Widnes Wild 0, Blackburn Hawks 4.
So Marcus Thacker goes the box for a trip for 2. 5-on-3 Widnes. 2 minutes 20 remaining in the period. Gary, they can't do any more besides ask them to pull Oliver Thompson to get the goal here. They've got all the advantage in the world now.
Well, they've had this before. They've had a 5-on-3 before and couldn't do anything with it.
Barlow draws it in, takes the shot. It comes off the boards behind. Great little stick save there by Thomason. Barlow had enough time to creep in the low slot. Just under 2 minutes remains in the period. 49 seconds left on the penalty assessed to Crawley for that boarding on Joe Coulter. Action back underway. Britton plays it to Coulter who shoots. Rebound, they've managed to recover it, but it's out the zone. They're forcing the Wild back. Coulter under the watchful eye of Lutwich. Britton plays it over to Barlow. Barlow. Beautiful tape-to-tape pass to Britton again. Nathan Britton drops the puck to Hughes. Hughes. Barlow, and here we go again. Barlow, Coulter. Shot off the iron working out. And the Hawks clear the zone once more. Davis put his body on the line for that one.
And 1 second, and we've got 1 penalty.
Yeah, so Crawley's back onto the ice. Comes straight into the play, uses his skate to direct that onto the stick of Davis, who's in the action now. Back the other way in Wild. Finally getting the zone again.
Oh! And again.
And here come the Hawks the other way. Barnes takes a shot, Walker gloves it away. Back up. Wild drop it to Gilbert. Gilbert! And it was on the back door was Harper. He couldn't get onto it. They're now trying to jab it in. Oh. And Harper. Oh, we're going to go. Stringley and Harper.
Well, that's been bubbling all day.
Are we going to go? The officials jump on it and smother it before it starts.
I think Streetley is lucky to stay on the ice.
Well. Our eyes will fix on this. So, 11 seconds left on the Thacker penalty. 31 seconds in the period. Wild with the draw. Jackson winds up, shoots. It bobbles out to Glover Thompson. And the Hawks clear it once more. Well, somebody better go in the locker room. Oh! Watson gets it back out in front. Walker does enough. Murray swings it, clears it away. Roy tries to play it back in. It's an absolute mess back there. It's the nicest way to put it for Widnes at the moment.
There's no coordination whatsoever.
And I tell you what, that buzzer comes at the right time. Gary, Joey Coulter needs to go in to that locker room and remind the Widnes Wild where they are and who they are, because right now they look like lost sheep playing in a different ring, not the Widnes Wild we know playing at home. And just like that, the Wild, dare I say, get a sympathy power play. Can they do anything with it? They're 0 for 4 at the moment, Gary.
Yeah.
Back.
Oh! And again.
0 for 5, apologies. Wild looking to set something up. Cross ice pass to Gilbert. Gilbert takes it in. He's got Hughes in support and Britton. Drops it back. Coulter at the point. Sends it back to Gilbert. Gilbert skates in. Takes a shot off the side netting. Thacker gets on that one. Gilbert keeps possession. Hawks not too worried, to be fair, about this. Not coming out and pressing them as they were earlier. More just sitting back and waiting for the opportunity now.
They're happy for the Wild to pass the puck around like this.
Well, it's killing time, Gary.
Yeah.
See, if it was me, there's a man that was here last season for the Wild that's missed right now, and that's Joe Greaves. He'd pelt them in from the point, and that's exactly what I think needs to happen right now.
Oh.
You just need to get pucks on net. It's Barlow. Takes his time. Coulter. Shot comes in low and hard. Barlow loses it. Leaves his own. Shot in from Hughes originally. Hughes is going to switch for Harper. 20 seconds remains on the power play. 4:35 in the period. Forecheck from Barnes. As Barlow's under pressure. Matt Barlow. Doing it all himself at the moment, looking to go coast to coast, gets round one, gets round two, driven off the puck, back into the play comes Warnock. Ray turns it round. Williamson finds Harper, Harper at pace, waits for the hit from Royds. Gets a spray of ice for his troubles. And there's a call coming. Harper's going to go to the box. I don't think they realise that the play's dead. Play continued. Harper's going, Mayo's going. He's going for roughing. He's going for slashing. There you go. One apiece. 4-on-4 hockey with 3:51 remaining.
Good sportsmanship there. So timeout's been called.
Well, I wonder what the magic marker's got there, Gary, on the board.
Well, if it's anything like the magic sponge.
Well, no. I think it's going to be a case of Coulter is just saying to the guys, have a bit of pride, get your head up. Okay, the game's beyond our reach, but let's not let them go home with the duck egg.
Yeah, the one consolation goal wouldn't go amiss, but the travelling Hawks fans will be happy with tonight's result.
Well, there's one man that is praying for the final buzzer to come, and he's currently between the pipes for the Blackburn Hawks. So we're back to 5-on-5 offset coincidentals. So the Harper and Mayo penalties will not appear on the board. Coulter looks to wheel that in. Sent round, all the way around, cleared out the zone again. Foot race between Mitchell and Davis. Hawks have got it. Sent back towards the net where Walker tries to clear it out once more. Barnes is there this time. Barnes chased down by Mitchell. Tristan turns and manages to get it across. Cross looks to go into the crease, slapping on the pads. Shot again on Walker, takes it on the shoulder, sends it out. And they've managed to break away with it. It's Barlow and Coulter. And Hughes, as that comes up and out of play, 2 minutes 56 remains. And that would have been the game killer right there from Matt Cross.
Well, they're just maintaining what they've been doing all night, really, the Hawks.
Face-off will be left-hand side of Oliver Thompson's goal. Britton, Warnock, to Murray. Murray puts it into no man's land, where James Reddick goes, thank you very much. Finds Lutwich on the break. Lutwich wants one, takes it inside, backdoor opportunity. What a play that was. And that was Crawley coming in on the back door. Back up the other way though with James. James takes out the official. And Mr. Collars seems to be okay as we carry on. Jackson swings, finds Warnock in neutral zone. Sam Warnock takes his time, throws it into Crawley at the point. Bodied off it, but not before he can find Streetley. Streetley's out in front. Walker, well, Jackson gets his glove on that and helps it over the bar. And that could have been number 5 right there. Shot in again, Walker does enough to turn it out. Final 2 minutes now for the Wild. Desperation stations as they try and claw something out of this game. James taken off the puck by Warnock. Lutwich into the cul-de-sac and then finds Cross. Stretch pass trying to find Thacker, where Walker comes out, meets that and freezes play. 1:33 left. Harper and Mayo return to the boxes respectively. And with 1:33 on the I'm going to do it, Gary. I'm going to put the knackers on it.
You're going to say the Hawks to win?
No, I'm going to say Thomason is looking for a shutout.
Wow.
And he will be over the moon if he gets it. Royds into the corner. Out in front, backhand.
Oh, it's there!
And there is the salt in the wound from James Royds.
A nice little backhander there.
We'll see it again, the replay. Run round out of the corner. Sent back. Royds has got it on his backhand, quick as you like. Sends it up and over the blocker. And glove of Harrison Walker.
And so now it's Widnes Wild 0, Blackburn Hawks 5.
And we go back underway. Thacker on the assist. Royds not quite finished. Skates it through again. Hawks back in the Wild zone. 1 minute remains. Hawks looking to send out a statement. As Coulter has to react quickly to Lutwich skating in on him. They've managed to find Mitchell on the far side. Well, cries from the Hawks fans of something. However, nothing called. 35 seconds remains, and I think the Wild are just doing everything they can to keep the Hawks off the puck so they don't threaten to concede another one.
Well, it'd be the best thing they could do, really. There's times against them.
Oh, but Barnes has seen the opportunity. Williamson comes flying back. Barnes takes the shot, gloved down by Walker. 10 seconds remains. Barnes tries to put it back through the middle. Shot in from Phillips. Crawley rings round. 2 seconds left. And there's the buzzer.
And finally for tonight, we head over to the CCM rink in the National Ice Centre, where we see the Nottingham Lions take on the Sheffield Scimitars. Lions came into this one after taking the Wild close, and the Scimitars were yet to score a point to get their season off the ground. Coverage for this one is brought to you by Lions TV, with commentary courtesy of Max Artis and Kate Jackson.
So those joining us late, the Lions are 1-0 thanks to a goal from Zach Yokoyama. Shots 21-5 in the first period in favour of the Lions, and in fairness, it was actually quite. It wasn't as one-sided as the shots make it suggest. Like the Scimitars did have one or two chances that were that looked dangerous, but we dealt with it quite well. And obviously they're just testing out the lights behind the goals before lining up for the face-off. So here we go. So Scimitars with the face-off and just pass it amongst themselves around the back, and then just control it amongst themselves. I apologise in advance if this comes across as cheesy. It's the first time I've done it, so hopefully it's okay. But battle in the middle of the rink at the moment, and Sheffield mop up the loose puck. So moving forward with it and pass it out to the right with number 93, Heinzel. And it's just played across, and Nottingham have won it back and played into the middle zone, playing it amongst themselves around the defence. And here's Yokoyama, the scorer of the only goal tonight. He's passed it through and easily dealt with by the Sheffield goalkeeper. Back up to Yokoyama, but he misses it, and Sheffield are breaking forward now, and that's well dealt with by the Lions defence, hoping to keep their first shutout of the season. So it's back with Sheffield in the middle zone after a bit of a giveaway, and it's well dealt with by Goodwin in the Notts Lions goal before being sort of played around. Game's a bit scrappy at the moment, sort of like no clear-cut chances in just over a minute into the second period, but both teams giving it their best, and this is loose stick, never exactly helpful, and there's a delayed penalty coming for Sheffield Scimitars, so Lions have pulled Goodwin out of the goal for the extra skater, and just holding it behind the net now, knowing that, well, it's ours to control. So just playing it around. See how this develops. Taken out to the right along the wing and back in defence. Pass it back out to number 7, although this will be the penalty. There you go.
About 18-20 left to go. We're back underway.
Perfect. That's Frasley's second time in the box already tonight, and the Lions have it on the outskirts of the zone, playing amongst themselves, although laying on the puck for a bit too long, but they're still retaining the puck just behind the goal, waiting for the chance to develop. Passing out to the wing to number 28, Kieran Gibbs, and out to Yokoyama. Oh, and playing on the right wing, waiting for the opportunity to come up with 30 seconds of the power play gone. Lions still well on top. And that is Toby Fisher hitting a shot straight at the Sheffield goalkeeper, but the Lions retaining the puck straight away afterwards. And Yokoyama trying to scoot his way in. That's an excellent pad save from the Sheffield goalkeeper, and it's in. And it was just they couldn't keep the puck clear, they couldn't keep it out, and eventually, even though it was a great save from the goalkeeper, it is eventually tapped in by Fisher. Thank you, Max.
Number 14, goal scorer by Toby Fisher, banked in by the looks of things, round the back of the goal coming from below the goal line.
Yeah, I think the Lions have played quite well in this period so far, given they've had to be on the penalty to kill twice. Obviously extended their lead, and starting off what is, I personally think, is a relatively positive start to the season for the Lions. If they hold on to this result, it'll be 3 points from the opening 4 games, which is better than they have done in recent seasons. So it's obviously positive signs going forward for this young side. But right now they're facing another face-off, which Sheffield have won, and it goes just wide of the target. Just trying to bring it down nice, although Sheffield have won it again through Nixon, and they're on the edge of the zone, and someone's stick got in the way and deflected it wide. And Lions have a good opportunity to break now as they're racing 3-on-2 against Sheffield defence, although it's broken down well. Oh, has it? No, it hasn't. And it's smothered by the Sheffield goalkeeper. A bit of a set to. There's a fight going on with
scraps from everybody grabbing a partner. Yokoyama's involved, standing up for the young Somerton. Goalie's getting involved as well. There's shots fired back and forth. Yokoyama will probably find his way being marched over to the bench, penalty box that is. Yokoyama not afraid to get involved and especially stand up for the young Somerton. Great to see from a teammate. Less than 10 to go, and the captain for the Scimitars will sit as well That's Keeling, number 11. Not sure if it's offsetting Miners. Potentially. Nice movement from the Lions, switching and filling in roles in the offensive zone. 5:11 left to play, second period.
So Sheffield win the face-off again, and they're just playing it out to the safe zone as they look to move forward, to try and get a foothold back in this game. Because as I was saying while Max is away, I'm not. They've had plenty of opportunity. They've had plenty of time on the puck in the zone, but they've not really done anything with it. And any time they do, they sort of give it away a bit like this, which is good for the Lions. Don't get me wrong. Although that's gone out, so obviously up to avoid the offside. Yep, there we go. So we've got Howes on the puck down the right. Neutral zone. And then plays the right, just in front of goal, but it looks like it's kept out, and then eventually it's cleared out slightly to the left. A bit of a scramble over on the far side, although the Lions come away with the puck. Luckily, and they're now facing 2-on-2 with the Sheffield Summerton's defence, although Summerton held the puck back to try and save the chance. With just over 4 minutes of the period left, Lions still 2-0 up and looking relatively comfortable. I say the third one would oh, actually, I say that, and wow, that's my fault. Sorry. So yeah, sorry about that. It was Frasley, misplaced pass straight to him, and he slots home in a situation he couldn't really miss, really. So I'll take the blame for that one. I shouldn't have said anything. My apologies.
A fortuitous bounce goes to Sheffield way, and Oliver Goodman's bid for a shutout is ended with 4 minutes and 5 seconds left in the period.
So yeah, we're just about to face off as the third period. And yeah, so the Sheffield Summiters win the face-off and sort of passing it around the neutral zone to themselves. And the Lions have won it back, just going into their own defensive zone before a misplaced pass goes straight to Keeling, who's out on the near side. But it's eventually finds its way back to the Lions, who make their way forward, and it falls out on the right. And a good save by Stones in the Sheffield goal, as the Lions continue to try and make it a 3-1 lead, which you have a feeling, based on the run of play, would seal the game relatively. So yes, just playing around the left. Still no indication of how long is left on the Yokoyama penalty, unfortunately. I'm guessing about 2 or 3 minutes, and we have no announcer in the arena this evening either. A lot of new volunteers starting this evening, including myself, so it's a bit of a few technical issues with some of those experienced at the beginning of the feed, as a Sheffield attack breaks down and the Lions play out to their own defensive zone. So yeah, just over a minute has played in the first period so far, and what has been a steady start to the period for both sides. Stones had a good shot to save on in the first few seconds, but beyond that, it's just been sort of passing to each other in each other's defensive zones and neutral zone at the moment. So, excuse me, sorry. Lions playing it inside their own zone at the moment, just playing it behind the goal as look to break out. I mean, ultimately, it's the Sheffield Summiters that do have to come towards the lines and try and get that equalising goal. Summiters have started the season with 3 straight defeats, failing to score in 2 of those. So they'll be looking to get off the board points-wise, even if they just take it to overtime. Whereas the Lions, as I say, are looking for their 3rd point of the season. So, and what's they're going to be more competitive league this year as 2 players come together in the Nottingham defensive zone. Now that Solway have made their way up to the NIHL as a whole. It's just become a more competitive division now that we've not got a team that's clearly better than everyone else, as it breaks for Nottingham on the right hand side, and it's going into the zone, taking a shot, although well saved by Stones. And again, as Max highlighted earlier, it's like anytime Lions players get into the zone, they sort of hound them and surround them, so they've not really got that many options. And but having said that, Lions breaking through now as it plays in, and it's a goal! And it's Grimshaw. Shot from the left-hand side, straight into the top corner, and past Stones to make it 3-1 with just under 2.5 minutes played of the 3rd period.
Well, it looks like we're ready to get back underway.
But yeah, and the Summiters win another face-off, although the Lions are quickly back onto it and play it just in front of goal, although it doesn't fall to any of the Lions players, although they do pick it up back in their own defensive zone. And the puck makes his way out of the neutral zone, but he's quickly cleared up by Sheffield as they look to try and reduce this 2-goal gap. As Keeling dispossesses the stick out of Martin's hand.
Martin regains his stick and Sheffield still with the puck in the corner.
Yeah, so just falling just on the just agreeing, and that looks like a good save from Goodman. There's a few players in the way, so I'd say hopefully when he comes out we'll be able to confirm exactly. But yeah, so a bit of a scrappy play on the just inside the Hawks' defensive zone, and it goes out of the area to the neutral zone, and Fisher racing up the side with it and plays it towards goal. And Sheffield with it behind the net as they try to bring forward, try and again close this 2-goal gap, which would see them, if they did it, move on to at least a point for the season, which would be enough to take them off the bottom of the table. And they have done. And the shot from just halfway into the defensive zone from Denko flies past Goodman in the goal to reduce the deficit to 1 goal. That's a good finish, that.
Goodman didn't even move. I'm not sure if it was through a screen or... And he looks wound up, coiled like a spring, ready to be released.
He's like one of what you call in football, one of those players that kicks every ball even when they're not playing. He just wants to be involved. And
Indeed.
That's a good thing. If you can get Yokiyama once... And it's even! Keeling has equalled the game from out of nowhere. A face-off fell into his path and he smashed it on the other side of the bar, and it was all of a sudden an even game with 6 minutes and 47 seconds of the period gone.
Yeah, Goodman initially made a fantastic save, but was all at sea at the top of the crease. It fell to Keeling and he made no mistake going high, back bar and down. Captain of the Lions sustained a bit of an injury in the first period, and as such has not taken part in the rest of this game.
Okay, Lions are struggling to get it clear. They eventually do, and they break down the right with Yokiyama.
This is what they wanted.
As the Lions raced 2-on-1, and it's eventually coming through. Oh, and it's a good save from Stones in the end. Although it falls to the Lions still, they're struggling to get it.
How has that stayed out?
Yeah, it looks like a bit of scramble in front of the goal after a good save from Stones in what was enough, and it's called for icing eventually. But yes, that should have realistically been 4-3 then, as they had the freedom of the goal. But again, a good save from Stones, and as mentioned earlier, if it wasn't for him, this game probably would have been outside by now.
Yeah, big toe save off the pad of Stones, and then scrambling around. Didn't know where that first save went. It went up high in the air. Lions players were tracking it in front. Yokiyama puts it back across the crease as he's just stretching out. As he had to go, Stones had to go into a big splits to make that first save.
Yeah, it's interesting movement from Stones just had. It almost looks like he was having a bit of cramp then and tried to relieve himself of it, so that could prove potentially vital going forward.
10-10 left to play. Face off to the right of the Lions offensive zone as we look at it.
Yeah. And the Civitas win it again, although it's fallen to Oxley just inside the crease, and then it's fallen to Sheffield, and they have it in control of the puck on the near side of the camera, and they're racing down the ice. Before played it behind Lions' goal, and Lions looks clear before
Up all over.
So, Sheffield in the attacking zone as again just try to get the lead for the first time this evening after being behind by 2 goals twice before eventually putting about 3-3 in the period. For those who are joining us late, the score is 3-3 with just under 10 minutes to go. The Lions took a 2-0 lead and then a 3-1 lead, but a strong third period from the Scimitars has seen them pull level at 3-3 in a spirited display from them. Again, they're not really creating that many shots on goal, but the ones they are creating are deadly. But as I said, that Lions are coming forward and they threw on goal. It's number 4. But they can't get the shot on. Excellent defensive work from Sheffield Scimitars there, as the puck is Sheffield safety in the neutral zone by Keeling again, who has been one of the focal points for Sheffield this evening. And everything that positive for them has gone through him, as the puck just hits Parkin just in front of net, and you never know where those sort of things where they're going to go. So kind of lucky for the Lions that.
Hopefully it hits some padding and not any sort of exposed areas. The chest armour doesn't completely cover every area.
I've said nothing. And another icing call goes in Lions' favour, as we have 8:39 left in the period. So, face-off in the Sheffield defensive zone, which is again won by Sheffield. They've had quite a lot of luck on the face-offs tonight, and it's something that the Lions should work on going forward if they aim to have a more positive season than a lot of the recent years. He's getting a bit scrappy out there with Summerton on the right, just getting a hold of it, but he just passes it straight behind his defensive net. And Janssens for Vistas just tracking it down all over the ice. He's like just everywhere at the moment. As Sheffield regain it, just on the edge of the area, up the zone rather, sorry, before Lions eventually clear it through Summerton. As the Lions try to regain their lead.
With a bit of a lull in play with about 7:55 left to play as Oxley fans on the pass, gives us a chance to say, those that are in the chat, if you want to get your predictions for man of the match, this is the time to do so. One for Sheffield, one for Lions. Who do you think deserves the accolade this evening?
Yeah, while you're doing that, the game's getting a bit scrappy really. Both sides are like they're sort of tentative. They're trying to score themselves without actually obviously conceding, which obviously the game ain't hockey, but it's like they're both too nervous to try and now concede what might be a pivotal fourth goal, especially with not a lot of the third period left relatively. I mean, but say Sheffield trying their chances, but it's a shot that's gone well wide.
Yeah, no player wants to be the one that makes a mistake that leads to a goal that ends up losing the game for their team, and being poised 3-3 in 7 minutes to go makes every pass and every play just a little bit more tense.
Well, that's the thing, it's that double-edged sword as well. It's as Yokoyama slips off camera. But yeah, it's that double-edged sword of like you want to take the risk to be able to be the hero, but by taking that risk you might end up costing your team like a point. And obviously, even though we're early in the season now, a point can make all the difference towards the end of the year whether a team will make the playoffs or not, for example.
Indeed.
And against, I don't mean this disrespectfully to Sheffield Summiters, but when you've got a team that's lost every game so far this season, these are games you should be looking to win. But I say that as Sheffield come forward, as they look for what could potentially be the winner, but the chances, I'll say the chances are relatively smoothed out, but it's actually keep going forward. But Goodman with a good save. So, and with just over 6 minutes of the period left, the Lions are skating forward a bit with a bit of trepidation, just making sure they don't lose the puck in dangerous areas. And they have lost it in the Sheffield defensive zone, bringing itself forward, and it's down with Dan Echo. Again, apologies if I'm mispronouncing his name incorrectly, and he has scored. In the space of one period, Nottingham Lions have turned a 3-1 lead into a 4-3 deficit against the team at the bottom of the league, and it was a goal that could have been avoided. It was a good initial save from Goodman, but he played it right back into the path of Deneco, and he just slotted it home for an easy goal.
We're working with what we've got. Goalie has been pulled for the Lions. Yokoyama goes back to the point. Puck goes back to him.
Yeah, there's 2 minutes, 18 seconds of the period left. There's Lions are desperate to get here, but they've actually given away the puck. And it's Deneco who scored what is going to be the game-winning goal as it stands, and he passes it across. And it's saved!
Diving save by Yokoyama.
Yokoyama with a great block there to save what would have been the ceiling goal with 2 minutes of the game left. Yokoyama now back down the other end, and he shoots it. It's well saved by Stones in the goal. Lions down the left, and you get the feeling we're starting to get towards a bit last chance saloon now, as there's 1 minute 46 left, as Stones smothers the puck in front of goal.
More afters after the whistle, as 64 for the Scimitars gets involved with number 67 of the Lions. That's Rushby, and not sure 64 for the Scimitars is Fraley, and he'll make his way back to the box. Looks like both players will go. Scimitars and Lions both receiving 2 minutes each for roughing. They'll be offset and not show on the clock with 1:45 left to play. Yokoyama hero at one end, almost goal hero at the other end as well.
And so the official results from that weekend: Blackburn Hawks 4, Billingham Stars 5 on the Saturday, Hull Jets 4, Deeside Dragons 1, Sheffield Scimitars 3, Solihull Barons 5, Whitley Warriors 4, Widnes Wild 1. Then on the Sunday, Deeside Dragons 2, Whitley Warriors 4, Nottingham Lions 3, Sheffield Scimitars 4, Solihull Barons 4, Billingham Stars 3, Widnes Wild 0, Blackburn Hawks 5. And with those results in mind, this is how the table looked coming into this weekend. It's the Whitley Warriors out in front with a 5 straight win streak, followed by the Billingham Stars on 8 points, the Blackburn Hawks in 3rd place on 6 points, being chased down by both the Solihull Barons and the Hull Jets, who are on 4 points respectively. The Widnes Wild and Sheffield Scimitars battle for 6th and 7th with 2 points in the bag each. Nottingham Lions in 8th place currently with a point, and bottom of the table is the Deeside Dragons, yet to score a point this season. And here are the games this weekend. Starting on the Saturday night, we have the Hull Jets who host the Whitley Warriors, and Nottingham Lions see the Billingham Stars come to town. Then on Sunday, the Blackburn Hawks take on the Sheffield Scimitars, Deeside Dragons host the Solihull Barons, Nottingham Lions have a visit from the Widnes Wild, and the Whitley Warriors take on the Billingham Stars in that North East derby. Make sure you join us here next week on Drop the Puck.
Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.